Hello, once again, everybody. On behalf of the All-Star Football Officials Association Training Committee, I'd like to welcome you to this week's training video. This week, just really have a couple of plays. Just want to talk mainly at the beginning about play clock. I've got a little chart to show you. Play clock operators, again, I go into it. Just be a part of the officiating crew and pay attention to the officials and the game. Not just the action all around the stadium, but mainly the game itself. So don't be a spectator. Be an official while you're there. And then I have a couple other plays following that. I've talked a little bit about holding. As much as I hate talking about holding, I'll talk about it for a little bit. Some kickoff mechanics and coverage, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and jump right on into it. All right, I want to start this week's video out. Just a quick reminder to our play clock officials. This chart here is a representation of, it's just a chart that helps you know whether we're 40 or 25 on the play clock and then when to start it. So as you can see here, starts with the simplest of plays, dead ball in bounds. Just a 1st and 10, they run 5 yards, gets tackled in bounds. Remember, that's 40. As soon as the play is over, the referee signals that either by stopping the clock or putting his hand up, right, giving the dead ball signal. 1,001, 1,002, maybe 1,003, just depending on what your crew works on, pace of the game, what y'all decide y'all want to do. So 1,001, 1,002, maybe 1,003. Reset it to 40 and let it run. We've had some very inconsistent games last couple weeks between whether it's 2 seconds or 3 seconds, no big deal, but whether it's 2 seconds or 10 seconds, that is a huge deal. Because remember, by rule, as soon as it stops, we got at 40. So, and depending on what these teams want to do, giving them an extra 10 seconds, if it's a running team that's trying to run the clock out, you're giving them a huge advantage, and you're potentially extending their time of possession by minutes as the game goes along. So we don't want to disadvantage anybody, but we dang sure don't want to give them an advantage, give them time they didn't earn, especially towards the end of the game. Please remember that. We get into the end of the half, especially into the fourth quarter, where it starts becoming a math problem with, we got timeouts left, and as soon as it plays over, if it's 40 seconds, they're trying to do a math problem, figure out whether they need to call timeout or they're going to have to run another play. So when it comes to situations like that, let's make sure we're all over that. We stay consistent and we're really paying attention. And I think that's the biggest thing we've noticed last couple of weeks is if you're running a play clock, whether you're on the field or in the press box, you are a part of the crew. Please don't be a spectator. Do not be a spectator. Don't get caught chit-chatting with folks up there and getting distracted, watching the play, fights happening or something stupid like that's going on, and we're just we above everything. Remember, we still got a job to do, so we need to stay consistent there and be a part of the crew. But going back to what I talked about, dead ball in bounds right there, 40 running, dead ball out of bounds, ball carrier runs out of bounds. As soon as he goes out of bounds, referees or the official signal to stop it. Again, 1,001, 1,002, 40, and let it run. Only difference is we'll have it ready for play signal, but the game clock will not start until the snap. Same thing with an incomplete pass. And again, another one right here. Forward after first down. And remember, this is just a regular scrimmage play. First down. As soon as we get the ball, 1,000, 1,002, 40, just like any other. And as soon as we get the ball, umpires got it, set down. Think we got our change in the right spot. We will wind the clock. Again, warded in bounds. We'll wind it if it was inbounds and the clock's supposed to be running. So remember that penalty administration, that changed a little bit this year. 25 if it's on the offense, 40 if it's on the defense. Remember that. all team timeouts we're running through here 25. Or this changed a few years back. Helmet off on the offense for 25. Helmet off on the defense for 40. And again, this isn't all on you, play clock operators, referees, rest of the crew. Y'all need to know this by heart as well. That way, the official or the game clock operator, play clock operator may not know whether it was offense or defense while we stop the clock. He may not see that. So make sure, again, we got a radio. That's probably the most important tool you're going to have. Play clock operators is a radio, so you can communicate with the folks down on the field. So 40 for the defense. Also, remember 40 for defense penalty. Measurements 25. We got down through the list here. You can see what it is. But biggest thing is communicate with the crew and really pay attention to the game. If he tells you to put it, don't argue with him. If you can ask, hey, 25 or 40 here. If you're not sure about what it is, but just be there. You got a job to do it, and do it to the best of your ability. So if you'll look at this little chart to help you, that'll help. But I've got a few plays I want to show here that maybe help you out a little bit more of a visual. All right, so this clip is following the opening kickoff. So we'll follow the action kind of as it follows opening kickoff. See, they're killing the clock. Make sure it's stop play clock operators. Go ahead and reset 25. By rule, obviously, we're a first down's awarded following free kick. So we're going to be 25. Ball's coming in, ball's down, ball's going out. So now we want to make sure we're really keying in, looking for the signal for the referee. And again, some are bigger than others, but in this case, you'll see pointed first down and bam, right there. That was his chop in for the ready for play signal. So a whistle should have accompanied that, but sometimes we're in a booth, for whatever reason we can't hear it. But just know, just be looking for it. Hopefully, like I said, at this point we weren't looking around or talking to our buddy, hoping that he blew the whistle. We're looking for that signal. And again, some go high over their head and pull it down, and some just give that chop right there. But either way, we're looking for that. But that's, again, following a kick. That's the easiest one to get going with. All right, right here we're going to have kind of 3 plays right in a row. We just had an injury. It was on the offense, so we're 25. So we've got down here off the screen, there's some folks leaving the field. So again, let's make sure play clock, it'd be real easy to get distracted by what's going on down here, but let's make sure we're paying attention to the referee right here, and kind of what happens, and we'll go through it. So he sends them off right there. We're at 25. He put it in play, so we should be running now. So right here, little run to the right. He's down. Make sure he's down. There's your dead ball signal, 1,001, 1,002, 40, and we're running 39, 38, and so on. So that's just to kind of see normal run of the mill, run and play up the middle. Didn't go for much. So they now went from third down. Now we're at fourth, or excuse me, from second to third. Right here. So you see this play right here. We didn't need a signal because we were 40. Right here, pass. See incomplete. All right, incomplete signal, 1,001, 1,002, 40. Now we should be running off. So that's, you saw right there, that was a good sequence of basically 3 plays in a row where you had one put in play, where we had a signal from the referee, and then 2 where we didn't. One's a run and play, and one was a passing play. So that was, as you see, backed out there, no signal. So again, just paying attention, simple plays like this, not getting distracted by some of the other stuff. We'll have a great game. All right, let's talk about another kickoff. In this case, we got a kick out of bounds. But first, just as a reminder, remember these guys, the kicking team has to be completely within side between the 35 and the 40. Okay, this guy here, foot on line, I don't care, we're splitting hairs, that's fine. But just as a reminder, say this guy here is back here. Remember, they've got to be completely inside. So if he had his left foot on the line and his right foot a yard back, that would be a foul. But hopefully, if we're doing preventative officiating, again, this is just a reminder that they can't do that. Please don't put the ball in play if they just forget or they haven't been coached, and they're all lined up college style with, their front foot on the line, a back foot back here. Don't let them put the ball in play. Remember, hey, you've got to be completely in front of 35. Tell the players, tell the coaches, one time, we're done. Now we're putting the ball in play. That way we don't have a silly foul when we could have prevented it by just reminding them that they can't do that. So, also everything else looks good here. Kick itself, you'll see it's going to just immediately left hook. Looks like one of my drives. Takes a hard left, splashes down over here, and we get a foul for a kick out of bounds. But one thing I want to notice, or want you to notice, this kick here obviously sails hard left. Deep's on the goal line. That's proper. So the closest official we got here was this field judge. Go get the spot. Please don't sell your flag like this for a couple of reasons. Remember that, especially if we're ahead or in front of the 30 plus yardage from the 30, that spot's very important. So judging from where it went out or where it splashes down here, I'm kind of going to draw a line back. It may have gone out 33, 35, somewhere around there, whatever our best guess is an official here. Get to the spot, instead of chunking your flag. Worst case, it left hooks on you too and winds up in the swamp down here. So definitely don't want that. Then you'd be throwing a wet rag around all day long for the rest of the game. So just get there, go get the spot, drop your flag at the spot, and then we can get the option from the coaches. Remember, kicks out of bounds, we can back them up 5 and re-kick, right? They can have the ball right here at the 35. In this case, so 25 yards from the previous spot would be 35, or we can tack on 5 yards from the end of the kick, or in this case where it went out of bounds. So if we say it went out of bounds at the 35, if we don't give them +5 for an option, say, all right, out of bounds 35, +5, right hash for you, coach, to the 40. If we don't give them that option, then we're cheating them. We're just cheating them out of, I hate to use that word, but we're not giving them the 5 yards that the rules allow them to have in this case. So I think in this case they want to back up 5 and re-kick anyway, but make sure we just slow down, get to the spot, drop the flag, get the options. In this case, be from the other sideline. So it may take a little bit of figuring out communication between the officials, but 5 from 35, put it at 40, right hash, 5 and re-kick, or 35, which I wouldn't even offer them that because you can have the 40 anyway. So just as a reminder, deep guys, same thing, hustling up, that's a long way to go. Just make sure you two are communicating on the spot, options, and all that. Getting that to the referee, getting out from the other team, all that. All right, on this play, we'll talk a little bit about kick coverage. Remember, deeps, depending on the kick, let's not go downfield too far. You'll see this kick, he kicks it. It's not a pooch kick, and it's not really deep either. I think the guy fields around the 15 or so. But wings look good on the goal lines, wind the clock. But I want you to pay attention to the deeps here, and we'll talk just a little bit. See, that's low line drive, catch it at the 15. He's about to get a full head of steam, and there's not a defender within, 5, 10, 15, 25 yards of him. So he's going to have a good head of steam. So deeps, remember, at this point, if we're seeing this, let's just hang out where we're at here at the 50 and get ready to start going back, because this has potential to get away from us in a hurry. And as you'll see, plays out. He's right in the middle. There's kind of a pile there, but deeps, you see, we've already gone. Side judge, we're way too far down. He's already dang near ahead of us. He's 5 yards from being ahead of us. If he breaks it, we have no chance. Umpire's in a good spot. Same thing, field judge, deep, hang out on the sideline. There's really no reason to come in here. You stay back, you get a little bit better view. You stay out of the way, and you're not scrambling to get off the field if, like in this case, this play happens to start coming your way. Because he's one, if that guy isn't on his back and he doesn't make that tackle, this thing's got potential to go. And so we're running backwards and sideways, trying to get out of the way, and there's no way we have the goal line covered here. There's just no way. So remember, deeps, don't be in a hurry to get down there. That's fine. Keep it boxed in, but be ready to kind of read the kick and be ready in a hurry to get on your horse, get the goal line covered, and keep yourself in a spot where we can keep our body squared to the play, and we're not having to turn and just have, for self-preservation, get out of there. So, don't be in a hurry. Stay deep, stay wide, and go from there. All right, on this play, I want you to take a look right in the middle here. Umpire's keys we got on the offensive side anyway. So guard, center, guard. You're going to have a little looky-loo, whatever, right here. He's going to turn and fire off this way. But right in the middle, you're going to have a pretty obvious hold, and it's a good get. It's a good get by the umpire here. And since I've been told I don't give the umpires enough love in these videos, I'll go ahead and show you a really good get here. And I'm glad it's a foul we need to get. We can't really make an excuse for why we don't have that. Hopefully you saw it right there. So there's holds, and then there's the next level, which is whatever this choke slam takedown is. And I know don't get in this is away from the point of attack or the play thing. That don't mean nothing here. That's a hold all day long, whether it was over here on the the tackle, totally opposite, or right there in the middle. This is the kind of stuff we have to get. We can't let those huge takedowns like that, especially when it's a wrestling style move, go. So good job here by umpire. Get that. Only thing I would say too, and not for the umpire, just as a crew to know, did this happen before the pass? Yes. Or during the run. Just have that conversation, because it could make a difference if the flag ends up here. It happened before the pass, then we would go from the previous spot. But if we say it happened after the pass was caught and taken down, then the run-ins here, then we would go from the spot of the foul. Either way, he gets it right. I mean, we go from that hold happens right line of scrimmage. I think that's where we go from either way. So, but that's kind of beside the point. Point being, if you see something like this happening anywhere on the field, in the middle, on the edge, receivers, whatever, we've got to get that every time, or whether or not it's at the point of attack or not. That's got to get called. So good job, umpire. All right, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe.